Not that many. Black Force definitely outnumbers them.
Absolutely.
I don't want to
yeah,
leave, like,
I will say they aren't hurt or anything like that. They aren't bruised, cut, lacerated, signs of like I don't know, like cuffs on their wrists or something like that. No, they've been rather gently treated.
For now.
I don't know, Nigna, is there anything on your mind?
No, I think my main questions were, are they hurt? Are they talking to each other, or are they just silent the whole time? And I guess where they are and where we think that they're going. If they were going where the book says they are. And, I mean, by all accounts, it looks like they are. They're just taking a roundabout way.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm not sure there's much else that we're going to get.
Fair.
Yeah. So?
Do we follow the wisps then?
I think so.
Guess so.
Let's do it.
Very well. You guys follow the wisp into a darker part of the woods, and as you guys enter into an umbra of it, you guys are back. Coming out the same present-day doorway.
Well, that wasn't Latin.
Who the fuck was I? Fuck the king.
The family of one of our compatriots.
Oh, I got some good bodyguards then.
Not bodyguards, it's more like captors.
Lucky bastards.
How?
Normally when you get captured by someone, they aren't usually nice and give you tea.
He's right.
Just saying. Last time I
First
got
guy
captured,
pulled.
ooh. You would
So
not
you're
want to
talking
see my
about
chaps,
shit.
I'll tell you that.
Your what?
Chaps.
Your what? What a chaps.
Your friends.
No, I'm talking my chaps, he gestures
Your actual
down
chaps.
below the
Below
the border.
Well, I'm good at
I'm
this
talking about
conversation
my
now, actually.
chaps, mate. My chaps.
Nope, just gotta go to the door.
Future.
Do y'all reckon we can go through that same door we came through?
All my doors open.
I mean, it has the same effect as this one when we went through it, so...
So do you reckon if we go through that same present door again, we'll see the same thing again?
That's a good question.
Not sure. Want to give it a shot?
Fucking sure, I could think of a couple people that I'd be interested in seeing what the current condition of is.
You and me both.
Just pats him on the shoulder. I don't know what for, but it's just, he seems like he needs a friend. Yeah, if she pops back in there real quick, is it just the same forest scene?
Where do you guys want to go next?
Is there like only a limited amount of tries you can go through?
I'm
the
not at
doors?
liberty to say that.
I'm guessing there probably is.
I mean, it'd be a good guess, but yeah, we just don't have any indication of that right now.
You guys go where you want to go.
One thing that I think we should keep in mind is we did have a time limit before, so I know we're kind of out of that.
Yeah.
However,
I'm
when
still...
we go into it, that might continue.
Mm.
So?
If no one else has any other ideas, I still vote checking in on Sajar.
Yeah.
If we're gonna go through the present door again.
To be fair, I'm down with that idea to check up on Sajar. Just
I'm
Don't giggle at us.
mask
Don't
is
chuckle at
not
us menacingly.
I'm kind of curious what would happen if we tried to look at our own present.
Oh gosh, don't say that.
Just, you fucking see a
Inception.
GoPro camera behind you, just over your shoulder.
Is that one bit from Spaceballs?
Infinite mirror.
Going and keeps going.
We're looking at now. Everything is happening now. It's happening now. What happened to then? We passed then. When? Just now.
Just now. Spaceballs is such a classic.
You have that
I mean,
fucking
even George
memorized.
Lucas
Now.
supported it.
Soon.
Okay.
When? Soon.
So we jump into present door. Who we seeing? What we seeing?
Well, it sounded like Oriana wanted to go in there.
Okay, fine.
What does Oriana want to look at? Not look like.
Okay, is it a thing of I'm going by myself or we're going as a group? Because if we're going as a group, we'll look at Sajar. If she's going by herself, I will just go for Scabola.
What does Oriana propose?
What's in her heart of hearts when she opens that door?
This is a group thing. Why is... Okay, fine, Scabola.
So you want to go look for Scabola? Okay. You step in through the door. As you do so, you are plunged into absolute darkness. You don't know where you are. Wherever it is, there is no moon, there is no sun. You are just somewhere. Given the stagnancy of the air, somewhere underground. You are able to hear all out in the distance the sounds of movement. Sounds of dirt and stone crunching underneath something immensely heavy. And there's a lot of them moving. Scabola herself is just leaned against the cavern wall, almost like a vampire nestled in their coffin, in this sort of absolute calm and tranquility, as these creatures are getting closer and closer. And she doesn't bat an eye. Her heart rate, which you can hear in her ears, is normal. You can hear these metallic steps crunching, getting closer and closer and closer until they're right in front of her. With her blind sense, you can detect how many there are, what their makes are, and you can even sort of smell, because you're in the area around her, this sort of... it's hard to describe. Like that sort of iron smell from blood, but there's no blood around. There's missing that sort of... I don't know how to say, chemical causticness that blood often has with it. Eventually, these creatures pass her by, and she just sort of flutters her eyes open slowly and unlean from the wall, and just begins calmly walking down the darkness past where they just came from. That's where the real Scabola is at current.
She's in a Necron pyramid.
She's in Clanky
That
Town.
would be the actual most terrifying twist of this entire thing. No, she got the keep. She's with the
Yeah.
Warforged fellow doodads. Warforged? Yeah, no, they'll just no. They're called something
That's not what
special.
they're called.
Board.
Yeah.
Oh. I do that.
Clankers.
Bounce
Old, the only name you need to know.
Well, these aren't Boundskin. Not down here.
Oh, oh they're the
They're only-
further down ones. They're
They're
bound
the only- they're-
captured.
They're only called Boundskin if they get bound.
Yeah, that
Yep.
makes sense. They're... I can't remember what they're
See, but you can
called.
still call these ones clankers.
They're collectively referred
That's the
to as
beauty of it.
Warcast, not that your characters have any input on that.
That's it.
You guys have any escape.
If Oriana tries to follow... This is entirely paranoid. Can I try to follow her and also stealth? And try to stay out of what she thinks would be Scabola's blind sense? Because this might be some weird spectral thing, I fully expect her to be able to detect Oriana.
Roll stealth.
Oriana
Looks
fully expects her to
right
be able to
at
do that.
you.
I'll take the silence as no.
I said roll stealth.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Where's my stealth? Stealth. And normal. Sure. I'll throw a dice at that. I don't have guidance. Can't say die. I have a +2 instead of a +1.
You begin trying to sneak behind Scabola, and you see another Scabola apparate. You know, once we get back to the inside the building, she does like air quotes, I will be telling her that you saw this.
Mm.
Didn't think about that. Dick lips at you.
Just never leave. Easy
Dick
clap.
lips. I don't like the sound of that. It's so.
It's terrible.
I've never
and it's
heard
not the
that
first
before,
time
and I
I've
don't like
heard
it.
It's so much worse. It's like,
Yeah.
Clap.
It's
Just never
just-
leave.
is this a subtle suggestion to maybe not pry into things that I shouldn't be prying into right now?
She just looks at you like you already know the answer.
But Garth wants
Like,
to know the
like,
thing
come on, girl.
doing.
Like, come on, we both. It's like telling the cop, "No, sir, I wasn't speeding." Step out of the vehicle, sir.
I was traveling.
But I
I was
want
just
to know
traveling
the
fast,
thing.
sir.
But
Close your
wanna
butt
know the
cheeks, sir.
thing. She definitely like hesitates because like she wants to know, but also like it's probably better if she doesn't get in trouble this time. I don't fucking know. She's already blown that she like is fucking spy on Scabola right now.
Are you ever gonna get
The Scavola in your head rolls her eyes. What do you even seek to get out of following us? It's not like you can pinpoint where we are. It's not like you would even be able to get down here, past all the threats. Can you even see anything right now?
I
all
just want to know
dirt.
what's happening.
And what advantage is knowing by you? I know what disadvantage it's buying you. So I have to ask.
It's very ironic, but I just don't want to be in the dark.
You've always had an appetite for knowledge. But appetite and stomach are two different things, girl. Follow her. Go on then. Again, I doubt you'll be able to get down here anyways. Wherever exactly here is. She fades away.
Where's the wisp to leave?
Right back the way you came.
Sure, she'll go. Doesn't want to get in trouble. She just wants to know what's happening.
You begin going back, and you guys all see Oriana exit out of the doorway.
You seem intact. Did you see the same team?
No, it changes.
See anything worthwhile then?
She just kind of shrugs. It's just she doesn't entirely know how to answer it.
Alright, I feel like that was a pretty easy question to answer, but alright.
I saw my teacher. There. That's the easiest way to put that. What's happening over there?
Not the one losing your head.
Yeah. But not
Wait, you
well,
have a
okay.
person
Yes,
in your
but no,
hand?
the other the actual one, not the
Right. How is she?
fine from the scene. From the looks of it.
Oh, glad to hear it.
I
Anyone
don't
else
like
want
your
to say
phrasing.
their
Keeping-
curiosity?
So, where do you guys go to next?
I'm wondering if Alessander takes a selfish one too. But I'm also trying to think how we could use this to our advantage for the actual moment. But I mean, I'm also dubious about making progress without Anushka here.
Yes, I'm thinking if we do other things until until then, maybe.
Let's just keep the selfish ones until
Yeah, all right, fine.
either comes back.
I mean, I will say there is a limit to them.
Fuck!
It's not one by usage though, like number.
It's by time.
Maybe.
That's my.
Probably just by time. That's what makes the most sense, I feel like.
How about this? Do the moon symbols change at all? But by us going in there like 2 different times.
Nope.
Okay.
Future. What do I know?
You guys can bounce simultaneously an infinite amount of times and a finite amount of times. Schrodinger's time vortex shit.
Is shit part of the name?
It is now.
All right.
It's German.
Oh, I see.
It's for shit.
I said.
They spell it with a C. Sheet.
SH.
So, what do you want to do?
SCH. Is that?
SCH here.
Yeah.
Sheet. Do you guys want to learn about Sachar?
Yeah.
You wanna know what?
I only really went Scabola because it was just like we're trying to see if it still does stuff. We should probably learn what's happening with Sajar.
You guys can just find out in like a couple weeks from now.
It's gonna be a couple months at this rate.
No, it's a couple weeks. Yeah, I imagine there's only 2 or 3 sessions left. You guys die in this one, and then no, it's kidding.
Alexander's gonna do something selfish.
Where does he go for selfishness?
He looks between past and present. Back to past, back to present. And as he begins to walk through the present door, he says, "Wait here."
Where are you going?
Something I gotta check. Crash, I'm gonna throw a curveball at you, and you don't have to. Oh, she coming?
She'll wait for you to go through first.
Yeah, he goes through. I'm gonna throw a curveball at you.
'Kay.
And you don't even have to answer it now. If you'd
I
rather
like
type
that.
it out sometime later.
Okay.
Uh,
Awaiting.
Alessander is trying to check on the present situation of his mother.
Ooh.
Interesting.
And you don't introduce your new girlfriend to your mother?
Shut up. Okay. Let me go check my notes. Give me a second.
Hold on a second.
Let's see. Notes. Let's see. Lady. Yep, there she is. Okay.
Under additional notes for that one sticky message.
Oh, no, I'm at 9 notes.
Oh, right.
They're organized in the same place. So. Okay. Alessander, you begin, or you do more than begin, you enter in through the present day doorway, wondering what mysticisms and truths it can offer towards the question of what happened to your mother. As you enter across, you are left in a place which is simultaneously arid but not. You could see off in a ways the coastline. You see off behind you a large cascading desert scape. You are not alone here, as Kasai begins to step through and follow right after you, and nor are you alone in where you currently are. There are some, I don't know, I say adobe, I think is what the material is called, sort of huts and stuff like that built around. A small village complete with its own little dock and fishing boat. Not dry dock, but what's called bay. Jetty. Thank you. It doesn't take a fucking major geography lesson. You're somewhere on the either the exchange itself or the Fajaran Peninsula. Somewhere on one of those. It's hard to determine which one's which after a certain point, though. The stars are up above you. So is the moon. There are, palm trees and things like that are growing here. There is the capability of verdancy out here. But it is there's like a little hustle and bustle in like a little night market area, but aside from that, the town's pretty quiet.
Do I?
You are in front of a house, I will say.
Oh.
You are posited in front of a house.
As I kind of look around at the settlement town itself, do I recognize this coastline at all?
You've had a pretty wide tour of service. This in specific, though, roll me. You don't have cartographer's tools or anything like that. Roll me a straight intelligence check.
Straight intelligence, gotcha. Not bad.
Not bad. Not bad.
Can I add Kasai's guidance to that?
She is with you, so sure.
Nice.
Ooh.
19. You are on the Fajar Peninsula itself. You can't really pinpoint exactly the town's name or anything like that. You haven't been to this town.
Right.
But there's a certain je ne sais quoi about Fajaran towns and stuff like that. There's a certain, stagger to them. They usually build their hierarchy, their village hierarchy, in a geographical or a physical elevation. So people of a higher status tend to be in places that are higher up. It's a carryover tradition from when they still do live in like rocks in the dunes and stuff like that. You don't want to be close to the ground in case sand start building up and stuff like that. Sort of like building above floodlines.
Yeah.
So you're in a distinctly Fajaran, not exchanging Fajaran town and stuff like that. Obviously on the coast. Given the the orientation of the moon and the stars at current, you can't pinpoint exactly where you are. Again, that's something you definitely need cartographer's tool or navigator's tools, my bad, for. But you're somewhere on the southern coast. You can at least pinpoint that.
So, kind of looking out at the coast and his surroundings, you'll say to Kasai, "We're on the southern coast of the Fajar Peninsula. Do not let me forget that, please."
She nods. I'm going to do my best to remember it. But why are we here? Where is this? Why this place?
I'm about to find out, I think. As he turns back towards the building, you said their hierarchy is sort of the elevation of a person's house is like kind of linked to their hierarchy.
Generally, yes.
About how high is his house?
It does stand higher than a number of them, but there are a few that are higher than it. They're not all built onto the same plateau or anything like that. They are all in the different segments of the village.
Mm-hmm. Is he able to enter the house?
The door is open.
Oh, then I walk in.
It's open, not like one open. Yeah, you open up the door, or at least a phantasmal image of it, and begin entering inside. And it's a lit home right now. It's not too late in the evening. And it is cozy. It is warm. There is a fire going and stuff like that. You can tell though that the fire isn't going on like normal firewood and stuff like that. It's some sort of magical stone or something that's sort of emanating fire, like a magic item. Which is not common in the Fajar Peninsula. They're not like all mages and stuff like that now. The place is very well decorated. Lots of different stocks of color and patterning and stuff like that. Sort of true to Arabic and Middle Eastern culture, where they don't really have people or anything like that. They have general icons and coloration. In a way, it's a bit more of a homely tradition. place is nice, and you do see that there is someone sitting by the window, in betwixt the fireplace and the window itself, which is the window's open and everything like that. It is a woman. She sat upon a rocking chair, reading a book. She looks simultaneously spry, but definitely the years have added onto her.
Kind of. The sight of someone in this house does give him pause. Which, of course, there's someone in here. Why wouldn't there be someone in here? Stupid Alexander. But he collects himself and starts to walk almost a little too slowly towards her at an angle to try and get a glimpse more head-on of her face.
She has a vague familiarity to you, but not one. It's one forgotten, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Face once familiar, not seen in so long, now forgotten. It's like seeing a high school friend after a decade.
This woman is clearly not from here.
No. She's
Hers
clearly not
kind
from, by her complexion, at the very least.
It's a countenance that one might see more on the western side of the continent.
Oh, 100%, sir.
Yeah.
Not dead.
Does she appear to be the only person in this house?
You begin to examine, listen, cock your ears to see or hear. At the moment, at the very least, she's the only one in here. And as you begin looking around, seeing if there's like, I don't know, spare beds, additional pieces of utensils and plates and stuff like that, no, it does appear that by inventory count that she lives alone. She does have additional, utensils and stuff like that for guests, but nothing that's out.
Mm-hmm. Kind of returning to that room he initially found her in. Takes like one last glance around it before he says, "What are you doing here?"
I sort of looks at you as you're sort of like the. She doesn't know what she was anticipating, but definitely gruff wasn't what she was anticipating.
It's clear that the question is pointed at this lady. He says, "You put a whole continent between yourself and home. What the hell are you doing here?" He kind of closes the distance in like 3 long strides. He like kind of reflexively reaches out to try to grab the book from her as she appears to be reading it instead of listening to him.
As you begin trying to snatch at the book, Kasai just half shouts, "Alexander, she doesn't know we're here."
I'm curious, does his hand phase through the book?
It does.
And as it does, he kind of clenches his fist, kind of in front of him. And when he finally relaxes it, lets go limp at his side, one hand on his belt, takes one last look around the room before he kind of, again in long, quick strides, will walk past Kasai out of the house. And as he passes her, he says, "Southern coast of the Frisian Peninsula, do not let me forget."
I know. She looks back at the woman, back at you. She follows you out, and she does remark quietly, more so to herself than to you. He has her eyes.
Oh.
Moonlight wisps instruct you back to the dock area. Well, not back to, but to the dock area.
he follows them. And just out of curiosity, what does the threshold look like this time?
It's actually a visage, a reflection of the moon in the water. It's telling you to jump in.
So standing sort of on the edge of the dock, where have you. He looks back one last time directly at that house they were just in a moment ago. And he kind of gives a dry chuckle and says, "Hell of a grave." And jumps in.
To the rest of you, you guys see Alexander basically just exit right back out. Alexander, it's as if like you just did like a plunge, like a rescueman's dive, but your feet separate and you get one step in through the door and then just follow through.
Without missing a beat, he kind of like, he's dry, I assume, right?
You are.
Yeah, but nonetheless, he will like kind of like pat himself down and say, "Well, that was an enlightening time."
Are you trying to deceive people?
Absolutely.
Roll your deception, please.
It was enlightening.
It was enlightening.
I'm assuming just
Not bad.
just 20, no guidance.
Actually, what do you have, guys? The only person around here is Keenan right now.
Keenan and Kasai, which I don't think either of them are gonna get. When you try to deceive people, I feel like they wouldn't give you the blessing of the gods for that.
You're fucking apparently not.
Oh!
I can see Kasai giving him
Yeah,
+3 because of privacy reasons.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, it's like, Kasai's a wise woman. She gets it. Sometimes there are times to talk about things. Sometimes there aren't.
Mm-hmm.
I think
So she'll give you the
contextually,
guidance.
Keenan suspects that whatever you did alone, and you did alone for a reason. So he would leave well enough alone and not influence any of the roles. So no guidance from Keenan.
Oh, roll deception for Kasai. Nice. She does have a strong resting bitch face, but even she has her limits. So, welcome back.
Right, I apologize for the momentary selfish jump through time, or at least in this case, space.
I will say, when you guys, like, when Oriana went through, when you and Kasai went through and stuff like that, only a minute passes. Like, you guys are not gone. To the perception of everyone else in the room, you guys aren't gone for that long.
That's
You were
good.
gone for like 60 seconds. Tops.
Approximately 10 turns. What the fuck's a turn?
Will feel like an eternity. Anyone else want to make some more personal jumps, or?
We have time for more?
I think here time is all we had.
The thing is, we
See
don't know.
moving.
Oh,
Oh!
there she is.
Oh!
She wants to know what's up with her.
She wants to know her future. She wants some validation that this is worth it. Or is her future just going back to the Seekers? Which is fine by her.
Oriana wouldn't follow initially, but if Blair heads towards that door, she would ask, could I accompany you?
No.
Is
Kind of
Delvin?
raises her hands. She's not going to go in if she's.
Delvet's
She
not
does-
going with her. He's just sort of following her.
Mm-hmm.
This is something I need.
I understand.
Whoop.
She goes in, comes out, and then Alexander goes in to see it for herself. Blair's future.
No, what you do is she goes in the future. You jump into the present one and see what she's currently seeing. God, that would actually. Would that work? I don't know if that would work.
No.
I'm not gonna find
No.
out if it works.
That would destroy space time.
Everything collapses on itself.
Hang up, please stop.
You see the baby version of you getting choked out by the moon.
Does she do it?
The thing about prophecy is it's often self-fulfilling. Whether it be prophetic or not in nature.
True. as well as our current instance with the Moonlight fracture. We're trying to change what already happened, so
If you
I'm
do
not saying it's
know what the
invaluable
future's
going
to
in, but it
be,
might
you are
just
free to choose.
My
Then
voices.
you are free to shape it however you see fit. Make it your own.
Does she do it? Does she do it?
yeah, what she sees could just change by her own delineation, or she could have it happen more actively.
She's
That's
kind
not the
of.
point.
It's clear she's having this kind of internal debate at this
Oh, yeah.
door right now. Right?
Booterin.
Blair, I promise you, if you don't go in that door now, you'll find out later anyway.
Make me an insight check.
God damn.
Jesus Christmas, my
roll.
guy.
Very good. Blair is not afraid of the opportunity.
Mhm.
She's afraid of what the answer is on the other side. Blair is a number of things. When she went back, when she regressed, she lost something that was very, very integral to someone of her disposition. An assuredness in herself, a confidence. No longer was she the secret captain that could kill across the field by herself. Now she's just Blair. And this Blair has already... she still has a broken arm, by the way. Like, this is a Blair that doesn't have that confidence. That which she's tried to grab onto as answer has been repudiated against her, proving her wrong, which is quite the opposite of being sure of oneself. And she's not ready to give that up. Even if it's the wrong answer, it's hers. So she's afraid of what she's going to find on the other side. Even if she has a hunch, right or wrong hunch, but a hunch nonetheless.
So, kind of able to tell that. I assume from the insight roll, right?
Oh, yeah. 27 insight, yeah.
Okay. Alexander will kind of. She's still fucking hesitating. Go up to there about one hand still on his belt. He'll say, if I'm being honest, I don't think that door there is gonna give you anything that you want. Ain't nothing to hope for behind that door. The future, it's volatile. It changes all the time. Every day, just a little bit. I think you go through that door and see something you don't like, you'll be fearing that for the rest of your days. When in reality, future's only what you make it. Ain't no assurance behind that door.
What if behind this door is our answer?
To what?
How to win.
Win over what?
Against this Julian, Sakani, getting out of here. What if there's something in the future that we can glean for our present?
Well, that's one thing, but your future's another.
Right now, I think they're one and the same. Dying here means there is no future for me. Past that, I think I'll worry about that when we get there. Right now, I just want to win.
Well then. How's about a few of us go on in there and see if we can glean anything for victory? Not for ourselves.
She opens up one of the doors with her good hand, and then shoves the other doorway with her other hand. With a 27 insight, she did deflect.
Yeah.
Her answer is still in. She's not lying. Blair? Lying? Never.
Mhm.
But she is still wondering the same question, even if it's not in the same long term. She wants to see what she's doing when you guys win, if you guys win. Because she's sort of down an arm right now.
Mhm.
So if she's not doing anything when you guys win, that tells her what she needs to know. Or doesn't want to hear, I guess, technically. So
That's
she's still
sometimes
finding
all
her
she
answer.
can do is nothing.
Her main weapon is
She rocked a hammer and a rondel dagger, the equivalencies of a short sword, before. She has plenty of weapons on her, though.
mhm. That's enough.
Arm to the teeth.
Broken arm. Okay.
So,
She has
what future? What future are you guys looking to gleam into?
we could